The bully tossed $100 bill at the little girl, but to his surprise she asked him for another 100. He instantly grew furious. Thinking she was trying to extort him, he shoved her away, only to discover she was carrying a whole bag of money. Seeing she had so much yet was still begging, he accused her of being a scammer. The crowd quickly joined in, saying she and her sick mother were tricking people. Helpless, the little girl pulled out a medical report, crying that without surgery her mother wouldn't survive a month. Just then the bully noticed a notebook, and asked what was written inside. She explained it was a list of kind people's names, so she could repay them one day. The crowd was touched, and began donating money for her mother's surgery. But when she brought the money to the hospital, she was told she was still short $20,000. Desperate, she knelt at the hospital entrance begging for help again. When the bully saw her, he mocked her, telling her to go to the Villa district to pick up trash. Maybe she could make some money that way. Just then the president's assistant happened to pass by. Seeing the girl, he was stunned. She looked exactly like the president when he was young. He quickly snapped a photo, suspecting she was the daughter the president had searched for over 7 years. 7 years ago the president's family nearly went bankrupt. His grandfather demanded he marry into a powerful family to save them, but the president flatly refused. He would never abandon the woman he loved. Unfortunately, the woman overheard their conversation. To avoid being a burden, she hid her pregnancy, returned his ring while he slept, and left quietly. She thought leaving him would solve everything, but a manipulative woman sent men to run her down and dump her body in a trash bin. By some miracle, she survived and gave birth to his daughter, but the crash left her mentally impaired. Meanwhile, the president saved his company through his own hard work. Seeing his life getting better, the manipulative woman was eager to become his wife. She slandered the missing woman, saying she had run away with another man. The president didn't believe a word. He warned her if she spoke nonsense again, he'd show no mercy, then stormed off. But in his anger he dropped the engagement ring. The manipulative woman picked it up, and realized it was the same ring he had once given to that woman. Furious, she drove off and tossed it onto the roadside, right where the little girl and her mother were picking through garbage. The woman saw the ring and froze. A memory suddenly surfaced. Without thinking she slipped it on her finger. The little girl was thrilled. With this ring they could finally afford the surgery. Meanwhile the president was enraged over losing the ring. When the manipulative woman appeared before him, he immediately suspected her. He demanded coldly to know where his ring was, and roared at her to bring it back. Terrified, she rushed out to search, only to find the ring on the woman's finger. Shocked to discover she wasn't dead, and then noticing the little girl, she instantly realized the child was the president's daughter. Panic filled her heart, but when she tried to snatch the ring, the little girl shielded her mother, crying that the ring was her mother's only hope to survive, and begged her to return it. The manipulative woman ignored her. Meanwhile the president saw the photo his assistant had taken, and recognized the familiar figure. Beside her stood a little girl who looked just like him as a child. He immediately ordered his assistant to find them at all costs. At that moment, the little girl realized the manipulative woman wouldn't give the ring back, so she tried to grab it herself. The struggle drew a crowd. Desperate, the little girl begged the onlookers to help, but the manipulative woman was prepared. She sneered that two beggars could never own such a valuable ring, and threatened to call the police on them. The little girl panicked and dropped to her knees, not